Welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button and click the bell icon. So don't miss our new videos and share your thought about stories. Now let's start. It was a bright Saturday afternoon when I decided to take my usual stroll through the park, enjoying the fresh air and quiet moments to myself. I had my headphones in, listening to some mellow tunes, and was completely lost in thought as I walked along the gravel path winding between the trees. The park was relatively empty that day, just a few people scattered here and there, a couple with their dog, a man reading on a bench, and some kids tossing a frisbee around. I found myself walking to a less crowded area by the lake, where ducks glided smoothly across the water and the sun cast golden reflections on the ripples. I took a deep breath, savoring the serene atmosphere. Just as I was getting into the peaceful rhythm of my walk, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. A tall man, probably in his early 30s, with a friendly but unexpected look on his face. He had this wide grin, and it was almost as if he recognized me, though I was sure we'd never met before. I paused for a second, caught off guard, and removed my headphones, slightly wary but curious. The man greeted me with a cheerful, "Hey there!" His voice was warm and inviting, his tone so genuinely enthusiastic that it immediately put me at ease. "You look like you're enjoying this weather as much as I am," he said, glancing up at the blue sky and beaming as if he owned every sunny day. I laughed a little, nodding. "Yeah, I come here a lot. It's nice to have some time to relax." He introduced himself as Marcus, a local artist who often visited the park for inspiration and had a studio not far from here. As we walked, Marcus shared stories about the art he created, much of it inspired by the scenes of everyday life. He mentioned his fascination with painting landscapes of the park itself, particularly during the fall when the leaves turned vibrant shades of orange and red. I found myself drawn in by his passion for his work, and his voice carried a genuine enthusiasm that made it hard not to smile. It wasn't long before I was completely engrossed in the conversation. Every now and then, he'd point to a tree or a patch of flowers, explaining how he captured their essence in his paintings, or describing the way the light hit them at sunset. As we wandered deeper into the park, Marcus surprised me again by pulling out a small sketchbook from his backpack. He flipped through the pages, showing me quick sketches and some intricate, fully realized drawings that he'd done right here in this very park. His artwork was incredible, full of life and emotion, capturing the beauty of simple moments that most people might overlook. He even had a few charcoal portraits of people he'd met, some of whom he said had unknowingly inspired him just by the way they held themselves or the expressions on their faces. It was impressive to see the world through his eyes and to witness how he found beauty in the everyday. What surprised me most was when Marcus asked if he could do a quick sketch of me. "You just have that look," he said, smiling, "like someone with a story." Flattered and a bit self-conscious, I agreed, and we found a nearby bench to sit on while he sketched. He worked quickly, his hand moving deftly over the paper. I sat there, feeling oddly connected to this stranger I'd only just met, watching as he brought something unique to life right in front of me. In just a few minutes, he'd created a beautiful sketch that captured an expression I hadn't even realized I'd been wearing. It felt surreal to see myself through someone else's perspective, to be part of his art. When he finished, he handed me the sketch with a smile. "Thanks for letting me do this," he said. "It's always nice to meet people who appreciate art and nature." I thanked him sincerely, truly touched by his gesture. As we said our goodbyes, I realized this chance meeting had given me something special, a moment I wouldn't forget, a reminder of the unexpected connections we can make with people if we're open to it. I left the park that day feeling lighter, more inspired, and surprisingly grateful for a simple walk that had turned into an unforgettable encounter with a kind, talented stranger.